The Community is a presentation of the St. Louis Community Credit Union and RareGem Productions. Power up with the positive. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's OneRareGem.com. Welcome to the Community.
The St. Louis Community Credit Union presents The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering our community. Consumer financial education, budgeting, credit, payday lending, community events and initiatives, health and human services, life skills. What's important to you? The Community with Dorothy Bell, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer.
On this edition of The Community, we're talking about cleaning house. We're having a conversation about the importance of getting your financial house in order.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's true. If you can't manage your own household, how can you manage anything else? And that's the basis of it. Different aspects of our physical houses require certain things. Different aspects of our bodies, that house, require different things, different tools, different utensils. The same thing when it comes to our personal finances. The attention that I put towards my bills is not necessarily going to be the attention that I put towards my savings. However, they interact and they work together for me to have the house that I want, my dream house.
Learn more right after this.
Now here's Make It Happen with Keith Sales Pro.
Today, what really drives you? What is it that you would do for free every day of the week, 12 hours of the day? We call that your passion. How do you turn your passion into a paycheck? As you look where you are in life, is it where you want to be? Is it a job going nowhere fast? If you are clocking in every day and hate your job, the people you work with or for, and even hate your paycheck, then you're committing career suicide. When we discover that thing that we love to do every day and truly enjoy it, that's passion. Passion is when your love of the job or duty supersedes a paycheck. Are you pursuing your passion? Today, remember, it can happen. It will happen. And together, we will make it happen.
Follow Keith Sales Pro on Facebook or Twitter at Keith Sales Pro, or visit his website at KeithSalesPro.com.
It can happen. It will happen. And together, we will make it happen.
If we're going to tackle the big problems that face our children in our communities today, we have to have a deeper conversation. Let's go beyond the normal talk around town. Join me, Chris Kramer, for Going Beyond every week on Hallelujah 1600.
10 a.m. Wednesday morning. Information and podcast at beyondhousing.org. Welcome to the Community.
We're talking about the importance of getting our financial houses in order and keeping them that way. Joining me is Jaison McCall, Financial Literacy and Community Outreach Specialist with St. Louis Community Credit Union and its foundation. Jaison, welcome to the Community.
Thanks for having me.
Now let's talk about our financial house. What does it consist of and why is it so important?
Your financial house basically boils down to how you manage your money, how you make it work for you, how you make it work for your goals, for your family. It's an ageless concept, but it doesn't matter who you are. You can be starting your career in your 20s, trying to buy a house in your 30s, climbing up the corporate ladder in your 40s, beefing up your retirement fund in your 50s, or managing your retirement in your 60s and beyond. And let's not forget about our babies, too. They need to get their financial houses in order, too, at a young age. You just need to understand how your finances work for your benefit. You have to be the designer, be the architect of your financial house because it's extremely important.
Yeah, that's all about life. I mean, you just think about how the role that money plays in your life and how you manage it.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's true. If you can't manage your own household, how can you manage anything else? And that's the basis of it. Different aspects of our physical houses require certain things. Different aspects of our bodies, that house, require different things, different tools, different utensils. The same thing when it comes to our personal finances. The attention that I put towards my bills is not necessarily going to be the attention that I put towards my savings. However, they interact and they work together for me to have the house that I want, my dream house.
So setting financial goals also play a key role in this phenomenon.
We have to have financial goals. Just like with, anything in life, you have to write the vision, make it plain. You have to set SMART financial goals, specific, measurable, adjustable, realistic, and time-oriented goals. SMART financial goals are essential. I'm going to save some money is not necessarily a SMART financial goal. The concept is, but how much money are you going to save? Where are you going to put it? Are you saving money in multiple accounts? Are you saving money for yourself, for your children, for vacation? I mean, these are the type of things that we need to know and be able to break it down to where we can look at it in the long-term plan of things, but also in the day-to-day operation of our lives.
Yeah, it's good to have that goal and focus on that, but the kind of the issue that comes up is the actual struggle. We all know the struggle is real.
That's right.
Gas prices are going up along with the prices of food. I mean, how can we even stay on track without sacrificing what we actually need?
Sacrificing is extremely important to any concept of growth in your life. You have to be willing to sacrifice. Nothing good happens without a cost. I mean, free ain't free. I mean, free costs something. So we have to figure out what is it that we can sacrifice. We offer one-on-one coaching at the CU Excel Center all of the time. You just need to reach out to us, shoot us an email, and we can sit down and we can have conversation. There's 4 pillars in one-on-one coaching sessions and family coaching sessions. There are 4 pillars that we say that you should not sacrifice. You need to make sure that they are the foundation to your financial house. And that's food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. And you need to make sure that you do that and don't go overboard with it. I just need transportation to get from point A to point B to point C, then back home. That doesn't mean I need the newest ride that I can't afford the car note on. I need to be able to figure out what's the best thing to get me to where I need to be in my situation without sacrificing my food, my shelter, my transportation, or my clothing. And in all honesty, we're trying to get away from calling it one-on-one financial coaching because it turns into 2-on-1, 3-on-1. We meet with couples, we meet with families, we sit down and we talk to you and your child about personal finances and how everybody can be a part of the family plan.
And Jaison, you talked about transportation and the importance of that, not going overboard, but being sensible with that. I know at St. Louis Community Credit Union, we offer several great affordable loans to people, whether they have A1 credit or they've struggled in the past, because it's all about having that financial capability so you can get a second chance.
Right. I mean, one of my more recent coaching clients, we came in and we were just going to talk about budgeting and how we can get the plan together for the future. I mean, they have children, so they want to know. And then we wound up talking about credit, and they told me how much they paid for their auto loan. And I said, hold up. Now, we need to talk for a second.
Come to St. Louis Community Credit Union.
And they wound up going in. I personally called the member service representative at St. Louis Community Credit Union. They were waiting for them. There was constant communication back and forth.
That's
and
great.
They saved over $150 a month, have a shorter term, and got $105 cash.
Well, you can't beat that.
Right, for refinancing your car, but making it more suitable for your lifestyle. Too many times we do things that are too extravagant, but we have to think about the full spectrum, not just our day-to-day life, but how our day-to-day life affects our future.
Well, one would think that when it comes to getting our financial homes in order, that organization is key. So being organized should be at the top of that list. So let's talk about the importance of keeping track of documentation.
I mean, keeping track of documentation is essential. Now, we live in a day and time to where you can do things electronically and you can do things in paper. But the old saying is true. Paper talks. Paper talks. So, your walk is often much more important than your talk. Even when you sit down and you have to dispute things on your credit report that are inaccurate, something that you did not do, you have to prove your case. So you need paper
get that
to help
documentation,
prove your case.
right? Get that trail.
Set up some files. Put your goals all over your house. Make sure that you have copies of your last 3 years worth of tax returns. Some people even say last 5 to 10 years worth of tax returns. Keep copies of those. Your mortgage documents, account statements, bills, receipts. Like, hold on to that stuff because you never know when you can use it. I had one person who came in and talked to me, and we were setting up their plan, and they made less than $2,000 a month. And we had a conversation. They came back in 30 days and spent over $6,000, and neither one of us had any idea how they did it.
Wow.
But when we start looking at that paper, we figured out how they did it.
And that's an easy fix.
So now you can put that extra $4,000 off to the side and help build your kid's savings account.
Absolutely.
We're talking first-generation college student. That's what we're talking.
Absolutely. Building that family legacy. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
Now, what are some steps that we should consider taking to help get our financial houses in order?
The first thing we need to do is survey our current obligations. What are we currently doing? What's working for us? What's not working for us? If you can't meet your current obligations, it does not mean don't answer the phone, don't call. Like, we need to pick up the phone and have conversation with people. I worked with somebody, and they left school mid-semester. And with student loans, you have about 6 months until you have to start paying back if they're federal student loans.
That's right.
The school paid the student loan since they left mid-semester, reached out to that individual and said, you have to pay us over $8,000 in the next 60 days. Now, after about 2 weeks of panicking, let's be honest, that's a lot of money. They called that school every week for 2 weeks being told no. And on that last day, they were told, you know what? If you make a minimum payment of $50 a month, we won't report anything to your credit, which is huge. And the only thing that took was some conversation. If a bill is too high, call, see if you can negotiate, bring some things down a little bit.
Open that line of communication.
There you go, because nobody knows your situation if you're not talking. But you also have to have that paperwork to back up your talk. Establish an emergency fund. Life happens. Things are going to happen in our life. But we need to be in a place to where we're prepared that if something happens, we'll be able to punch back and keep moving with our lives. If you're able to, consider making some investments. We're talking about for retirement, personal savings, a 401k match if you have that opportunity at your job, because let's just be honest, that's free money. Roth IRAs. But I really like focusing on personal investment. One of the things that, my parents tell me, and, I'm real close with my family, so they tell me that their biggest investment in their lives is me. And a lot of times it means a lot for parents to sit down and have that conversation with their children and be like, look, this is what we're investing in. We're investing in you. We want you to have a savings account so you know how to handle money. We don't want you, in crazy debt that you can't handle. We want you with good opportunities, good products, good situations. How can you develop throughout your life? That's what we're looking at. Increase your personal savings, establish a budget, create a family plan, use free resources. There's a lot of resources out here that aren't free. But then you have those free ones that are reputable. Come and see us at the CU Excel Center. I mean, we can be the connecting piece for you. We'll try to cover every aspect that we discuss and figure out how we can help get you to that next level, that next plateau in your life. Address yourself. Address your behavior. Personal finance is 20% knowledge, 80% behavior. We have to know ourselves to be able to understand our money. Very simple. So that's what we need to do, to help get our financial houses in order. Think about your house right now. When you're taking care of your yard work, your landscaping, you use different tools than when you're inside mopping your floor. You use a vacuum when you're vacuuming the carpet. You dust over the fan.
Some do.
Well, there we go. You're using different things to get the result that you want, and that's your beautiful dream house. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help you and be the connecting piece so you can have all the tools and resources you need to get your dream house.
That dream financial house. Jaison, that's great. So where can we go to learn more information?
Come to the CU Excel Center. Come to the CU Excel Center. Come to the CU Excel Center.
What was that again?
Come to the CU Excel Center. Give us a phone call at 314-385-1586. That's 314-385-1586. Visit us online at www.cuexcelcenter.com. That's letter C, letter U, excelcenter.com. Or you can email us at center, CENTER, at stlewiscommunity.com. Remember, setting our houses in order benefits not only yourself, but those that are affected by your house. That's your family, that's your community, that's even your country.
Thank you, Jaison. And we at St. Louis Community Credit Union and our foundation realize that your financial house is important. It's part of who you are, it's part of that family legacy. And that's why we're here to help as part of our overall give back to the community.
The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering this community, engaging topics that could change your life. Each week at 4 p.m. on Hallelujah 1600. Learn more about the services from the St. Louis Community Credit Union, the St. Louis Community CU Foundation, the CU Excel Center, and our community partners by calling 314-534-7610, 314-534-7610, or click stlouiscommunity.com.
The St. Louis Community Credit Union presents The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering our community. What's important to you? The Community with Dorothy Bell, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer.
The Community is a presentation of the St. Louis Community Credit Union and RareGem Productions. Power up with the positive. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's OneRaregem.com.
Thanks again for listening.